It's a massive setback for hijab petitioners by the Karnataka. Apologies for that. High Court has dismissed petitions challenging the ban on hijab. The three-judge bench observed that wearing hijab is not an essential religious practice in Islam. That the restriction on wearing uniform is a reasonable restriction that students can't object to. The High Court has also said it can't dismiss Karnataka government's order dated the 5th of February which mandated uniformity and banned any religious symbols. Petitioners in the case are now likely to move to the Supreme Court after the Karnataka High Court setback. Reacting to the High Court order, Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai appealed for peace and harmony and asked people to abide to the court's order, highlighting that education should be the top priority now.
Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. Basavaraj Bommai. Sir, you saw the verdict that has come out. You have seen the verdict that has come today in the Karnataka High Court. It has said that hijab is not a part of essential religious practice. What is your first reaction?
No, it has set in a lot of clarity, which otherwise some sections of the society was trying to create misunderstandings. Therefore, and it has also given clarity about our government order also. Hence, I request all the parents, teachers, society at large to follow the High Court order, maintain peace and tranquility, as well as in the interest of the future of the children.
How's Karnataka reacting to it, sir? Any incidents that you have reported, any preventive detentions that you have done?
As of now, no incident has been reported. And yeah, it is peaceful and Karnataka is reported positively. I don't see much problem.
Last question, sir. Will the government think of moving a caveat also in Supreme Court because the students are likely to approach Supreme Court by tomorrow or day after?
No, everybody has got the right to appeal. Whatever to be legally driven, it will be done.
Thank you so much.
It's definitely a forward-looking judgment. Already the government had taken a very clear stand with regard to this issue. The same has been reiterated and the justice has prevailed. And to ensure that in the schools and colleges, whatever uniform is being prescribed for all people, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, it needs to be adopted and it needs to be ensured that implementation happens in the interest of the society, in the interest of the students. Nothing but there is no other agenda. It's been very clear and it has been upheld by the High Court also.
Only in December we found, particularly by 6 students of Udpi, such confusions had been created. They were saying that we wanted to follow our religious practices. We tried to convince them. They were unable to be convinced and they went to the court. Actually, government did not go for the court. You should also know that. They prayed before the court that hijab is their religious practice and there is a constitutional right. And court has clarified it. It is not the essential religious practice. Second, according to the constitution, it is a restricted right. And both have been clarified and there will be no confusion in future for any student. And again, through you, I request the student to follow the judgment of the court and come to the college and continue the education.
देखिए, मैं आपसे एक बात करूँगा। उनकी बहस क्या थी? ये हमारा फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन है, अभिव्यक्ति की आज़ादी। तो कोर्ट ने कहा कि संविधान की धारा 19(1) में लिखा हुआ है कि 19(2) भी है, रीजनेबल रिस्ट्रिक्शन। तो अभिव्यक्ति की आज़ादी पर रीजनेबल रिस्ट्रिक्शन लगाने का अवसर संविधान देता है। तो कोई स्कूल या कोई कॉलेज आपके लिए अगर ड्रेस प्रेस्क्राइब करता है तो ये रीजनेबल रिस्ट्रिक्शन है। कोर्ट ने ये बात की और दूसरा कोर्ट ने कहा कि आपको उसको पालन करना पड़ेगा और ये आपके रिलीजन का अनिवार्य अंग नहीं, उसको लेकिन मैं आपके अनुभव का लाभ करते हुए इस पर एक बड़ा चित्र देना चाहूँगा। आज मोदी जी के आशीर्वाद प्रयास से महिलाएं सेना में जा रही हैं, अफसर बन रही हैं, फाइटर प्लेन चला रही हैं। अच्छा लगेगा हमें हमारे अल्पसंख्यक समाज की बेटियां भी वहाँ जाएं, जा भी रही हैं, और क्या आप उनको कहेंगे एड्रेस नहीं करना? आज हमारे BSF की बेटियां 26 जनवरी को मतलब दिखाती है ना बुलेट मोटरसाइकिल पर, तो आप कहेंगे ये नहीं। ये मेरे ख्याल में ये महिला सशक्तिकरण का विषय है, समझना चाहिए, और आज का बहुत स्वागत योग्य निर्णय है, मैं कहना चाहूँगा।
The court has held fundamentally that it's not an essential religious practice at all. So the question of public order.
Students are likely to move the Supreme Court now. How is the government prepared? Are you also preparing to contest that in the Supreme Court if it's appealed?
Most certainly. We have raised substantial contentions before the High Court. Yes. If and when the matter is moved before the Supreme Court, we shall answer this.
Any likely to move a caveat or anything in Supreme
We'll have to decide in consultation with the government what is to be done. Thank you.
But you're happy with the verdict today, sir, because it was the longest of the longest hearings that...
Because apart whether it is for the state or against the state, it settles an important question of law raised and also the unseemingly avoidable controversy. I'll say that.
We got the judgment but not the justice. So this was really unexpected, and we do not welcome this decision, the verdict, and we still have a lot of ways to go, the legal ways to go. We might go to the Supreme Court to get our justice, and also when considering the verdict, they haven't considered our constitutional, our fundamental constitution rights. They have interpreted the Quran and the Hadith, but the scholars, Islamic scholars, are supposed to interpret our Quran and Hadith.
Was the hijab controversy manufactured? The Karnataka High Court in its order has asked for an investigation into pro-hijab protests and the violence that unfolded after. The High Court said in a quote, some unseen hands are at work to engineer social unrest and disharmony. The High Court said it is dismayed the way hijab war was generated in the middle of exams. The court has said it expects a speedy and effective investigation into the matter and wants culprits to be brought to book. Hours after Karnataka High Court verdict on hijab, students of Government PU College in Yadgir boycotted classes, also exams. They had preparatory examinations today, and students in hijab wailed out after the verdict was pronounced. Students said they will discuss with their parents and decide whether they want to attend classes or not without hijab. According to the college principal, 35 students walked out boycotting the exam as they refused to take off their hijab.
ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಬರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರ?
ಇಲ್ಲ ತೆಗಲ್ಲ ಹಿಜಾಬ್
ಬರಿತ್ರಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಅದು ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಬರಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರಿತ್ರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ?
ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರಿತೀವಿ, ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ತೆಗ್ದಾರ ಬರಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್
ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಈಗ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರಲ್ಲ ನೀವು?
ಬರಿತೀವಿ.
ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು
ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಬರಿತೀವಿ.
ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ಬೇಡ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ?
ಬರಲ್ಲ.
ಬುರ್ಕಾ ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ನಾವು ಈ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಆದೇಶದ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ಹೆಂಗದ ಹಂಗೆ ಪಾಲಿಸ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು, ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ವಿನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಹಾಕೊಂಡೇ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಉದ್ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಅಂದರೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ 10:30 ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ತೀರ್ಪು ನೀಡಿದೆ.
ಅದು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡೋ ತೀರ್ಪಿನಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೇ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದಿದ್ರು, ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ ಬರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದರು. ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವರು ತೆಗೆದು ಕುತ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ತೆಗಿಯಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದರು. ಅದು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಆದೇಶ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಬರೋರ್ಗೂ ವೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರು. ಬಂದ್ರೂ ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬುರ್ಕ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡೇ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಅಂದ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದರು.
ಎಷ್ಟು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು?
11 ಜನ.
11
ಜನ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮುಂಚೆನೇ 4 ಜನ ಹೋಗಿದ್ರು. ಒಟ್ಟು 35 ಜನ ಏನೋ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಜನ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಿಜಾಬ್ ಬುರ್ಕ ತೆಗೆದು ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಜನ ತೆಗೆದೇನೆ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಯಾರ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೋಗ್ಯಾರ?
ಇಲ್ಲ,
ಎಲ್ಲ
ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ, ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಸೈನ್ಸ್, ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ 3 ಫ್ಯಾಕಲ್ಟಿ.